These last few tournaments, actually good. I think I missed 2 events in the cash. Into this event, I felt very confident. I usually play very well here at Maple Hill. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is. It's probably just because we finally get to throw fairway drivers, and that's great.
I mean, the front nine's really important, and I've struggled on it in past. I don't know what my all-time statistics are, but anything can happen. Even if you are on out there. Today, I just felt pretty good all around. Like, the putt felt good, and even more importantly, like, my drives are feeling on. So it made it really fun today.
Feel pretty good. I just try to take what the course can give me. I quit trying to park all those holes and just try to put them in play, get my 35, 40-footer on some of them. Yeah, I just try to tell myself to treat every day as a normal day because that's the best I can do. It's the only thing that makes me me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the 2023 MVP Open presented by OTB here in Leicester, Massachusetts with Paul Ulibarri, Jermey Koling, Big Barri commentary, bringing you the action from the second and final playoff event and the final regular season tournament of the 2023 Disc Golf Pro Tour season.
Yeah. Great rounds yesterday. We got to see the leaders of the whole entire Pro Tour, so that was awesome. But this is going to be our lead card moving forward. We have Matt Orum right here, who's on kind of a hot streak, you would say. Fairways hit. He's 83% on the tournament. Ben Callaway, man, we haven't seen a lot of him this year, but he's had a consistent season. He really has.
Sure.
Doing it with some good putting and getting into the circle as well. So that's always helpful.
That's a recipe for good stuff.
Kevin Jones is like definitely coming alive at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Also very slow start.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And now, circle 2 in regulation. He's first. I'm wondering what those circle 2 putting stats are, though. Probably pretty good.
Brad Williams, the very first winner of any Disc Golf Pro Tour event, and it was here in 2016 or 2015? I can't remember. I think it was 2016. 2016.
Yeah.
And the infamous Chipmunk Gate with the playoff here on hole 1 with Michael Johansson. Throwback here, but we are over hole 1 here, 853 feet to the right position. During moving day, we will be playing to the position that you see on your left. But with the wind that we are expecting today, this is going to be a big tee shot.
Senator, throw the first disc for us. I'm going to introduce Donnie Berthume.
We got a new guy throwing the
Let's
first
go.
disc. Okay.
All right.
Last guy dropped a roller far.
Hey, thank you, Steve and Tom, and everybody else to allow me to come do this today. I'm going to try not to embarrass myself. I probably haven't thrown one of these in at least 40 years, so I'm going to give it my best shot. Let's go! Throw it in the pond! Ready? Let's go! Easy glitch!
Not bad form.
No. Classic form.
Probably got knocked down because of the headwind.
There we go. Thank you, Steve. Up first from Roll Tide, Alabama, Matthew Orum.
That is not a city.
But Matty-O definitely lives there.
Somehow it's false and true. And you can see those feather banners. They are absolutely ripping left to right, but this wind was swirling all day long. Hard to predict exactly what it's going to do at this point right here.
Oh, this is...
Does it turn over? It does. I mean, a lot of these shots would... Oh, and that goes in the pond?
Yes.
I couldn't quite see the pond from there.
Always a treat watching Ben on the lead cards. Watch this effortless power this guy has right here. I mean, 1, 2, see ya.
Look at the way he turns his shoulders into the shot. He really gets a lot of big power rotation.
Smart shot right there. Play it left of the pond. Don't have to worry about even being short.
Yeah, birdies today are incredibly rare.
Kevin likes to throw with a lot of
Oh,
hyzer.
man, that's moving nice. Oh, that's a big shot. Right on the road as well. You couldn't do it any better. In these conditions, that's huge. Such a good feeling to get a good big tee shot here on one, especially with the newly installed bleachers on the left. Second year with those.
Yeah, you think Ben's smooth.
Yeah, we got a couple of smooth guys here.
This guy.
Brad, big power, clearing the road. That will be obstructed, but still, he's safe. You love that.
You think anybody's going to be in position to go in to the mouth?
Kev's
Kevin.
in great
that's right,
position, but I don't think the other two are looking at birdies. But that would be pretty incredible if they somehow find a way to do so. And that's really all you can do from the drop zone. It's a very challenging drop zone. It's pretty much an instant bogey.
If you can get the bogey.
Yeah, I mean, it's right. Best case scenario. You're absolutely right. And puts this one pretty close to the mouth. That's about as good as you can really do from back there behind the Christmas trees.
Yeah, par on this hole today is going to be fantastic. Oh, Bradley actually has a shot in there if he wants it. Doesn't want it because probably of the swing, that Christmas trees.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a 10 out of 10 difficulty to throw a backhand, getting it to turn late and getting inside the circle. He might have been able to get aggressive and give himself maybe a 45-footer, elects to play for the par.
Ooh.
This is a good shot here. And that is bullseye for the birdie on one. What a good start for Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
This is going OB, but gets a lucky tree kick. Still is going to have to make an outside C1 putt for the par.
This needs to sit. Friendly little kick. Brad has been known to chuck these in. He has the touch of a surgeon. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That's like him and Barsby are the two I'd pick if I needed something thrown in from that distance.
That disc, it's so funny he put that in his bag. We got that from a budget battle, and he still throws it. It's an N of a 0. Ooh, Ben Callaway with a good par save. And that's why he's here on this lead card. Good putting. Hasn't missed one inside the circle. Didn't even get a circle look on hole 1. 9 players with the birdie today. Kevin Jones out of the 72-player field. A lot of big numbers, though. That wind was playing incredibly challenging.
What was the biggest one on the day?
8.
Okay, yeah. Definitely playing tough.
An 8 by a guy who also, later in the round, got a 1. We'll get to that later.
I'm curious now.
Calvin Heiberg, is that 6 through 9?
No, that's a typo because nobody can do that. That's not real.
Yeah, that's not possible. We'll see if that typo exists after hole 2. As we go down the fairway, 381 feet. Somehow, this is the craziest thing. This is unexplainable. We are turning and going the other direction. Somehow, once again, right into a headwind. It's just it always happens on 1 and 2 at Maple Hill. Physics and it doesn't make any sense here, but that's what you have. And the headwind makes this tee shot so hard.
Yeah. This is a mid-range.
Maybe their headwind is softer.
I think he just is playing it for accuracy, it looks like.
Yeah, and getting to those rocks means that you're looking at about a 40-foot putt.
That's actually interesting. Get the birdie on 1, then don't even mess with 2.
Yeah, bogey is just as easily attainable on 2 as it is on 1. Just comes a lot quicker.
Oh, this is heavy on the ante.
And he gets another fortunate break off the Maple Hill trees and rock walls.
Yeah, your best chance here is to actually take something pretty stable, put it on the anhyzer, and let it fight out.
That's right. And that's what Brad is attempting to do here, and it looks like it's holding turn long enough to get over the rocks? Indeed it is.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. But he's an angle control master, which is, it's really hard to do, to be able to throw all angles with a nice follow through.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are known for one type of shot. Matty O's not really known for one type of shot, is he?
Now you can throw them all. This is leaking though.
And
Doesn't get through.
yeah, that's
But that's a safe play. If it doesn't flip, you're fine. You're in the trees, scrambling about 80 feet up to the pin, and if it does turn, then you're good. So I would check that box is actually a good shot, even though I'm going to catch some flack.
Ben, that's coming in kind of hot, but you get a little bit of a green light go with the uphill green. Not too far past for the par.
Kevin actually has a little jumper here with the mid-range play.
And just off the top, and a little bit of a roll back.
Yeah, Maple Hill doesn't like when you lay up and try to outsmart it.
But looks like Matty O did fight through a bit.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Got through the birdie graveyard there on the early left side. And he runs that one in.
What a putt. Get back to even.
He is a fun player to watch.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Brad has left after his great drive. And that was no way. Oh my gosh. I mean, he thought that was in, and I thought that was in too. That really got hammered down.
It was a pretty stroke.
This feels unfair, but that's what happens if you miss putts on slopes here at Maple Hill. And that is a great composure on that par putt. Certainly not something he thought he would be faced with, but steps up to the challenge and walks away with a par.
Sometimes that can get you going too with the putter. You miss one early, and then gives you the confidence to kind of not make that mistake again.
Well, I mean, it certainly looked like he wasn't deterred in confidence with his second one, that's for sure. And the first putt didn't look bad at all. It really, I thought it was in.
Benny makes good, even though that is tester range today. Everything's going to be a little tougher with the swirling winds.
And swirly is the best way to put it, because it really, like hole one was a great example of big open airspace. A lot of these holes obviously are going to be in the woods, so you don't get a lot of good opportunities to see the swirly wind. But hole one, there was headwinds, tailwinds, crosswinds, both directions. And it's going to continue like that through the woods. Calvin Heimberg, apparently that was not a typo. Off to an incredible start to his round.
Hole 3, par 3, 407, left to right drifting shot that hooks up right about here, skips up past that stump. That's the preferred flight. That stump actually catches a lot of the best shots that have ever been thrown on this hole. Right to left wind makes this so much tougher, because as soon as it gets on Anheuser, it's going to be sucked over to the right. This is a mistake you're going to see a lot. See, this is not going to come back. But I think that's like...
Boy, if that's a mistake, I want to make more mistakes.
Well, maybe just like a little less Anheuser. Or he thought it was going to hook up.
Yeah. Kev, early left, fighting through the initial gaps. And I mean, that right there means that he's probably solidified the par. You hit any of those initial trees, and if you don't kick right, you can go ahead and write a 4 or a 5 down on your scorecard.
This one, if you throw anything under stable, it's just not going to work. You gotta throw stable.
Has to fight back.
Height's a good way to do it, but this is his stable undertaker.
A lot to like here. Ben Callaway, that is just picture perfect shape. Great commitment to the height, even through the low ceiling. Can't do much better than that.
Ooh, early. But, like you said, I think that's a par. Gets away with it.
There's just no scramble alleys down that left side early. Get up here, they start opening up pretty good.
Yeah, you can just jump it like this. It's always nice when you can throw your up shot with a putter. Ooh, and this is awkward. You see that tree's kind of right in his stance.
And good touch. It's a big family on tour, that's for sure. Good shot right there. Adio from range. That's going to be a little low and a little right.
You'll take that, though. You actually don't want to hit that basket low. You know, you'll take the air ball.
Yeah, you can see that slope, and it's hard pan, so there are a lot of rollaways on missed putts, especially with those cushion koozies. Those things like to recoil. And Callaway.
Beautiful birdie.
Give him a birdie, bring him to 9 under. That should tie him up with Calvin Heimberg with the pace that we saw from him, unless he's birdied hole 10 by now.
It's impressive with hole 9 being as tough as it is. 6 through 9 is actually hard for me to wrap my head around.
Front 9 is certainly the harder 9 to score on, and indeed he did birdie hole 10, so what a start for Calvin. I think Calvin right now is leading the event with the triple bogey 6 that he took on 14 yesterday. I mean,
wow.
And all the putting, again, it's just the same story all year long.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. We saw him miss a half dozen putts yesterday, and he's leading the tournament.
Yeah.
No one else is doing that. It's just absolutely mind-boggling.
Here's a fun one. Just a little putter stroke, tight window, dead straight. See if he's got the touch. He turns it. This sometimes can get lucky. He needs a kick
a lot
now.
of trees to bank off of down at the bottom of the hill, and that stayed up a little bit. He'll have a tester putt for the birdie to an elevated basket.
Headwind, too. When you're throwing the backhand here, if you get it too high, it tends to just keep going, and that out of bounds deep comes up quick.
Maddie, knew that was just a little early in the release, but look at this kick. That goes pretty far down the hill. That doesn't necessarily always mean a good thing if it kicks right.
I think that's bad.
And we got Tomahawk here from Kev Jones. And that gets most of the way down, but that's going to be a decision maker right there. I wish I could just do his practice swing.
Seriously, everybody does.
Oh, no.
He does, too.
Yeah, this is a tentative tee shot. It is always just, you have to be nearly perfect.
Oh, that looks like a forest.
Where's
Thick
the
one.
Where's the disc golf part of the hole?
Right
Oh, there it is.
there. That's a good wow, that's a great scramble shot.
Wow.
Oh, look at this one, though.
Where's the disc golf part of this hole right now? I don't see where we are. Oh, there it is.
Sit. Wow.
Those shots were great.
You don't see a lot of people getting up and down.
No.
Honestly, this one is tough. It was Ben Callaway outside the circle.
And he's running it. Just a bit low.
I love Ben's putt. Always have.
Smooth stroke.
Lots of power.
And a lot of, he exudes a lot of confidence when he putts. Wow. That would have been such a creative run to go spike hyzer. And that was right on the line with the pole, just a bit high.
Kind of shows you how tough the course is playing. No birdies on 4, which is probably one of the easier holes on the course.
Second easiest. But the scoring average on all the holes, nice par save for Matt. Scoring average is going up for pretty much every hole with the wind.
I'm sure 5's going to be just a absolute nightmare.
I mean, statistically, each one of these holes is playing at least 0.1 more over.
Yeah, 1 stroke. That's a lot.
Well, it's not even, it's just a tenth of a stroke. But that tenth of a stroke with a 72-player field is
a lot of one-strokers.
Yeah, it's telling.
I can't wait to see what 11 is doing for Calvin. So let's get this next hole over with.
Hole 5, the water hole. Or as Isaac Robinson calls it, the hyzer through the woods hole. But for everyone else, it is a forehand or a backhand turnover over the water here. The OB is short on the long side of this pin now, which is new.
Will you check the statistics and see if he birdied it again, Isaac, for me?
Oh, he was on my card, and he most certainly did birdie it.
Oh, no, he didn't.
But he did not go hyzer this time. He went over the water, and I
okay.
was actually kind of disappointed as Ben Callaway has kept his drive too wide, and that will go to the drop zone.
Yeah, there is a left to right cross, so you would think that it's going to pull it to the right, but it really hasn't been doing that with these shots. They're hanging out.
And that goes out of bounds. And there is the first time that we see on Jomez the new out of bounds line.
Is that drop zone?
We'll find out soon, won't we? I'm not exactly sure if, because that did cross up there, but I think all OB goes to the drop zone.
Okay. Not bad, but that's really scary putt. Really scary. You miss it. If you airball it, you're done. You're in the water.
So no good shots really yet. Kevin's shot is in bounds, but see if Brad can make the adjustment. That looks a little heavy on the hyzer, and it will end up working its way to circle 2, but yeah, and there's no real good looks for birdie here on hole 5.
I'm okay on this hole taking par. Like, that is just fine. This is a tough little one here. Oh, no.
And the reason is because that shot right there, as well as that was executed, was nervy the whole way for Ben. Even though he knew that that was a good release, he still had to hold his breath until it hyzered back over the wall.
Matteo does not get to take it up there. This is an island hole then.
What's so difficult about short holes like this, I mean, the short second shot from the drop zone, is that you're throwing it so soft, and when the wind is present like that, you never quite know what a shot thrown soft is going to do.
Oh, so close.
Another lengthy bid for birdie for Kevin, just barely off the mark.
This could be a bird.
And once again, a good looking arc, just a little soft on the release, and it will be a par for Brad.
We're looking at a few over par right now, and Maddie needs to make this.
Yeah, hoping it's not more than a single bogey, and it is not.
Honestly, not a bad bogey to take this one, especially with that drop zone being as hard as it is.
I wonder if he liked his tee shot out of his hand, or if he knew that it was going to be long. Because, I mean, it hyzered back over the wall. It was pretty much in line with the pin. Might be a surprising red flag to see. Because it wasn't over the line by much.
Definitely a disappointing feeling, though. Throw something the way you want it.
Yep.
And then...
And, Calvin did birdie 11. He has opened up a 3-shot lead, and he is on hole 11. These guys are about to tee off on 6.
It's not like you can get these ones.
It's like,
like 6 is one where you're trying to get a par. I feel like there are a lot of birdies that happen on this hole, but to the player, I'll tell you, when you're stepping up to this tee shot, you're not thinking birdie. You're thinking get through the initial gap, get down there. I'll take what I get.
See those red shirts through the gap, you're thinking throw to them, and then maybe I can make a 40-footer. Kev, this is turning left, and there is OB over there. Does it find it? It does.
I was gonna say even that's a pretty good shot, and you'll take it.
Yeah.
If that's in bounds, he'll he'd
sure.
be happy to take that over there.
Just really have to hit this initial gap. That's the big thing that you have to really put all your focus into. Brad does that well, but if it's turning too much, it could find that OB wall. No, that's too good.
It's not something Brad likes to do on the tightest holes in the world.
Makes them look wide. And the early kick right is another kiss of death here on 6.
Yeah, it almost guarantees a bogey.
Yeah, he's
it
got his
really
work cut out
does.
for him. And I mean, the thing about the right side is that it can be a double bogey so quick.
Ooh, I like this.
I think he likes that too. He's really leaning on it.
Oh, the Guardian, the big one.
Yeah, the big one. Seen a couple shots hit that in the first 2 rounds.
I mean, early on in the Pro Tour, this was a par 4. And it really scores like a par 4.
Yeah, 3.4 average. Lends itself to being on the easier side of par 4s, but I mean, it's a bruiser of a par 3. And look what Kev has left to get up and down for the bogey. Oh my goodness, what a shot that was.
Really?
Oh my
Creative.
gosh, so inventive. And the execution, leaning forward, nose up anhyzer through a tiny window. The vision to see it.
Ooh, Maddie, what a good bid.
Ben, this is the safe par. How great would this be?
Maybe that leaf.
Yeah, good effort given, but that would have been nearly an all-timer. You don't see very many people ever even have a look for the par after kicking right. And Brad reserved just to lay up. And that, yeah, you see the pep in the step? That's what a par on 6 will do for you. Even with the chain out for birdie, you're still happy with the results. 8 total 2s for the day. Calvin Heimberg being one of them.
I saw 2 on my card the first round, 2 on my card the second round.
Silas Schultz and Simon Lizotte inside bullseye.
I played with Simon. He had a lot of bullseyes. He throws the disc pretty well.
He's well known up here.
Yeah.
And any other place where there's the
Backhand
disc
or
golf
sidearm, do you
stuff.
think he threw?
I think he threw a backhand late turn.
He threw a sidearm.
Did he really?
It's a
Wow.
bullseye.
Incredible. Calvin birdied the next one too.
What a shot by Simon.
What a veteran play by Simon.
Beautiful putt. Great putt.
I'm blown away.
Champion at the Great Lakes Open, Simon Lizotte.
It's an interesting statistic we just came across. Our card threw 6 holes. 3 birdies. Calvin threw 12. 9.
Well, if you're wanting to get on the birdie train, this isn't your best bet, but it is possible.
Well, Brad would like to get his first birdie of the round, that's for sure. And he
He's
shot like this, he might be on his way to
do
doing
it.
so.
Oh,
Don't.
don't.
Oh my gosh, that is just.
Oh, boy.
You know what? Now at this point, he deserves it. No, I'm kidding. Like once it just didn't stop rolling, then just keep rolling.
Yeah,
Like,
just go all the way
just
in
go
the
all the
lake.
way. Go to Worcester. No, that is such a bad break. Such a good shot for Brad. Did he kick his glasses in his follow through?
Maybe. Over there, that's a par.
Yep.
You're fine with that. Just like 6, beat the initial gap, scramble from there.
Kev early on the hyzer release. It's turning up quick, but it gets through enough that the scramble is definitely in play. Once again, Ben trusting his disc high with a low ceiling. I liked a lot about it. It just didn't quite turn over soon enough, but that was a good, confident release.
Another little hyzer play there from Kevin.
Good touch, good accuracy.
This is a tricky little move here. Does well.
Very nice.
I didn't see that. I thought he was maybe going with the Annie.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what gap he was going with either, but that was very well executed. And Brad, I wonder if he's going to try to get some revenge and throw it in. It looks like just a layup intent.
Not a great
No.
layup, maybe.
looked like he had that limb right there in front of him, and just so many bad breaks in one shot.
Ooh, Maddie's got a look here.
And we will finish hole 7 still with a total of 3 birdies for the card. I mean, this is something you never see on lead card.
Oh. The one thing, though, is if there's a place to do it and not get lapped, it's here.
Especially the front 9, and especially when it's windy. I mean,
Yeah.
all those things
Oh,
considered, I mean, the conditions are clearly quite difficult.
Birdies move you up so far in this field.
And just like hole 1, only 9 birdies on 7. And I mean, I tell you, those birdies that you're seeing here are just incredible. It's just so difficult to get in the circle. I mean, you saw Brad's shot. It was just
Perfect,
on its way to circle 1, if not parked, and it hits a stump and bye-bye.
Hole 3.
Hole 3, huh?
Or par 3. Hole 8. 364. Hole 3 is tough, but if this one's a little bit tougher, man. I'll tell you that much. It's really not. It hit the island. You got the most rowdy crowd you're ever going to play in front of. They clap right before you get up to the tee. And then they're completely silent. Little right to left wind.
Until someone lands one on the green. Let's see if we're going to hear that sound. No. That's... The right side is pretty well guarded. And once Brad got his drive turning right, he knew he was playing with fire.
He's going to have a tough putt for the par, too. That's all he's got is pars. I do like this move.
Yeah, Matt, he got some zip on that one.
Yeah, that's the way to play it. Hyzer, land it, coming in from right to left. Take what it gives you. I even saw a couple people hit the back wall and roll into the water.
Oh, that would be brutal. Kev really flexing the hyzer flip. That was so much hyzer out of the hand and ends up finding the left bottom corner. I'll have a 50-footer, maybe 45-footer from there.
That's the one that you're kicking yourself because Bradley's, I would say, was a better shot than that one.
Yeah, sure.
And he's going to the drop zone.
The safer side to miss on, though. Ben's got this one flipping up flat and straight. This is just a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
Absolute
bullseye.
dime. Every year, this crowd gets just a bit rowdier.
Nice little follow flight.
For years, hole 18 was the spot, and it was rowdy, and there were bets being placed. What would the first color of the disc that comes around the corner be? Who would be the first person on the green? There's just dollars flying around everywhere. But that crowd and that energy has moved over here. Brad just a bit low, and it needs to stop because we don't need to see another rollaway for Brad at this point. But the par streak has come to an end at 7. He will be taking a bogey on 8.
Yeah, with a red mark, which is not what you're wanting.
Oh, yeah, that looked low the whole way, but had enough zip to it to end up splashing out left side.
Well, our birdie streak will come to an end, hopefully with Maddie.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
with
right.
Maddie.
Already free streak.
And now Callaway will tap in one. So the 8 holes got a little bit of excitement coming into the green.
And Ben and Matteo both moved to 8 under on the 8 hole. Great name, by the way.
Calvin's at 11 under through 15.
It's a 5-shot lead opened up from like the 6th card or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's on a pace right now that is just wishable that he was on Jomez. I wish we were seeing what he was doing, how he's getting there.
How do you even explain this, Jerm?
You throw the best shot of your life to get to a really difficult approach, which has a lot of roots in the fair. I mean, I don't know how you describe it. I mean, it's a shot that I can't imagine off the tee. We haven't seen it yet. Well, that being said, our lead card yesterday really played it well.
Ooh, look at this shot, though. This might be the one.
Oh,
that little...
It's short. I mean, it's
Yeah, but if it doesn't hit that little...
Yes.
He's got a shot.
That shot was incredible.
This is a guy who could do it. He's got the power. He's got the shot shaping capability.
It's all about the confidence.
Oh, he's going
when you're in
mid-range.
the
He
woods.
ain't even trying.
Some players are more confident with the mid-range in the hand, and some players like to throw the high speed. They get more confident with the width of the rim. I don't know what it is, but just some players like to rip on these drives. And we know Calvin Heimberg likes to go fast.
Kevin likes the extreme hyzer, and that shapes well, but he yanks it.
If this keeps going, he's going to find himself in a not so bad spot, but that looks like he's going to be buried.
Oh, Bradley.
Beautiful. I mean, and that's a just incredible shot. He has awarded himself with a very good opportunity to get a par.
Oh, this isn't too bad.
It's going to have to get creative, but we've seen him do that a few times this round already. This might even be a roller. No, it's just going flex, overstable.
Oh, no.
That is going to be quite difficult. If it's even possible, it'll be very difficult. Smooth shot to get down the hill. Good play for Ben. It might even roll a little bit.
Bradley's going to have a nice little window if he wants to get cheeky with it. Hyzer through the early gap with a putter.
Yeah.
No, you see that gap right there, though?
But I mean, you have to go up, and then the disc is going up, but the slope is going down. It doesn't really make any sense to get.
Oh, it's cheeky.
Yeah.
And oh, what a great little stump.
That is going to be a very fast, very touchy approach. You'd have liked to have gotten a lot farther down the hill and see if Matteo can make the adjustment.
This needs to slow down.
That is why Matteo's drive. Was it too good for his own? Yeah, it was too good of a drive. It put him in a spot where...
See, from there, if you're going to do that, I would like to see you just go after it.
Yeah, sure. I wonder if that's what his intent was. It's hard to tell. Kevin Jones, come on, grenade from Nowheresville.
Nuh-uh.
No way, man. He just continues to rely on that, and it just he's a savant. He's unbelievable at the shot.
That's insane. That's the best shot I've seen in so long.
That was so good.
Unbelievable. I can't believe we haven't heard of this.
Yeah, I had no one mentioned that we were going to see a grenade 6 shot from Kev on hole 9.
That was insane.
Good touch from Brad. Very difficult from that high of a stance to get down to this tiny island. Ben, great jump putt. Awesome par coming. I mean, it plays like a birdie. 4.63 average. And unfortunately, Orum unable to save the par. It will be bogey.
Not the easiest of putts from here. But he makes good.
Kevin, what a par save. He's going to finish the front 9 at even, which is losing a little ground to a few players in the field. Ben Callaway also coming out at even. That Orum will go 1 over on the front 9. I got to give a shout out to Parker Welk. We played together, and he was out of position off the tee. He was right side. Ended up going for it with a mid-range, put it on the island, made the only birdie on the day. Once again, 2 rounds in a row, hole 9 only, netting 1 birdie. But man, the story of the front 9 is a player that is on the back 9, and his name is Calvin Heimberg, and he's out there just shooting lights out right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the conditions are way worse than yesterday, and he's absolutely demolishing what was the lead score from yesterday at 8 under. So if he can finish with even a couple more birdies coming down the stretch, we're talking about an all-time round.
Yeah, that's right. And Simon Lizotte, last year's champion, he is right there in second place as well. Making some good moves here. It's not quite moving day yet, but it has that feel right now with the way the field is shaking out. That's it for the front nine. Be sure to join us for the back nine coming right up.